I'm working in the field of environmental sociology, and my focus is indigenous rights, particular unequal distribution of environmental goods and bads. Environmental justice is the focus on an unequal distribution of environmental goods and environmental burdens, considering the different risks taken by people with different backgrounds, particularly indigenous people or people with migration backgrounds or African migration backgrounds in particular, that suffer by higher chance from environmental burdens and have less access to the environmental goods which are produced by the existing stream of development.
Why did you create the Enviromental Justice Institute?
I had the idea to create an institute, a virtual academic think tank, in order to make all this information available. So if someone wants to do work on environmental justice, he can get information who's also working in his field, in his discipline, or in the country of interest in this field, to get more information and easier access. Because this was the most difficult thing for me when I started, that I could not find these people which have the information easily, because I had to ask the one and the second and the third, and therefore the idea was to bring all these people together and let them join to create a think tank in which we are going to have a discussion on this topic, to maybe create kind of a research paradigm which explains what is environmental justice and environmental justice research and what is it not, which is also important because we have kind of a development in the last years, not only in Germany but all in the international debate as well, where a lot of stakeholders try to bring in every topic which exists already in the environmental research and bring it into this concept of environmental justice. And I always based my work on the assumption that environmental justice cannot be all. There are a lot of things which environmental justice is not, and that's why it's such an important concept in order to bring forward the existing mainstream environmental debate.
There's a need for a think tank for exchange between scientists in Germany and all over the world on environmental justice. Götz and I are having a lot of discussions on what environmental justice really is about, and for sure it is about social inequality in access to environmental goods and bads, and for sure also on procedural environmental justice. And so it is really on the nexus, on the interlinkation between environment and social aspects. But we think one aim of this platform is to discuss what environmental justice really is about, and to continue this discussion. At the very beginning, I think, are much more scientists for a scientific debate, but as environmental justice also is a bottom-up approach, with including civil society, Götz and I are also keen on having stakeholders, NGOs and activists participate in discussions that we have on this platform.
The Environmental Justice Institute is created to help young students at the end also by funding to do research on environmental justice. There are several ideas how we are going to get funding to fund young researchers or research projects in this area, and the idea is to not only fund this but also to place the results on the site of the Environmental Justice Institute, which will be environmentaljustice.de. Even though the website relates to a German ending like .de, the idea of the institute is international, transdisciplinary. It should be a platform for everyone who's interested to discuss and work on this issue of environmental justice, and just to get the information which is needed to push this kind of discussion forward in every part of the society.